I'll make sure to add all the links on the show notes, everyone. I do want to end this episode with two questions that I usually ask my guests. And question number one, what is your definition of an empowered woman?
I think my definition of an empowered woman is a woman who knows themselves, the goods, the bads, and the uglies,
Yes.
and are at peace with the goods, the bads, and the uglies.
Yes, I love that. Oh, beautiful definition. I love it.
Yeah, I think people have this idea like empowered woman is doing 100 things and balancing all these plates. And that may not be that I don't think that's accurate for everyone. That might be you're empowered, but that's not everyone's empowered.
Yes. And I will leave you with this last question for you to answer. So imagine a scenario where everything about you, due to whatever unforeseen circumstances, has been lost. And three generations down the road, your future great great granddaughter is discovered a letter. And it is from you sharing a profound truth that will further progress the woman journey of empowering themselves with other women within your family line and beyond. What would that truth be? And what message would you want to convey to inspire and empower the woman in the future?
We have lots of thoughts. This would be a memoir, not a letter.
Love it. Yes, yes, definitely.
I'm thinking the things that are important to me and again, kind of going back to what we were talking about is that values and knowing yourself. Especially, I've built a lot of things. I have a family, I have two businesses, I have this podcast, I have a lot going on.
Yeah.
And if it were to all be lost, I would be devastated,
Yeah.
FYI, at
Yeah.
first. There would be devastation. That would be
Yes.
horrible.
Yes.
And I think this inherent piece of me is that there is always hope. And this idea that I already created, I have already done these things
Yeah.
that I think I could start over from scratch. And if I started over from scratch, I would actually know more than I did when I first started. And so using the lessons, I think that I learned in the first journey before whatever horrible apocalypse just happened and I lost everything. But I've learned from all of that and I can use all of that knowledge moving forward.
What would you share with your great great granddaughter?
I think trusting yourself is, and again, knowing yourself is probably the most important thing and it will get you where you need to go. And that there's not a specific path of needing to go. So I am raised Jewish and my grandparents told me since I was a little person that I am going to grow up to marry a rich Jewish doctor or lawyer. Hmm. Well, I didn't do any of that because that's not who I am at my core. That wasn't what I was, my goal to look for.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It was being able to stand on my own 2 feet. And if that was in my path, that person matched my value system, that's what I would do. So I think great great granddaughter, really focus on who you are, what's important to you, and that will guide you. That will get you where you need to be.
That was beautiful. Oh, thank you so much, Sybil, for coming and showing up for my community here at the Rio Grande Valley.